Okay, so we have completed the game just now. Yeah, completed the game board. So I have created another 4 notes and different questions in the game board. So now we're going to launch, or we're going to share and publish the game. Okay, so now we are moving to the second part, which is share and publish. So before we publish and share this game, so what I will do now is we're going to go through the other side tabs here. All right, so let's click on number 5. So here it will ask you if you would like to show the high score of the game. Yeah, it would be very interesting, especially if you want to allow the players in your class to play the game, so they will see who are the other players. So we can click yes here. Okay, so how many scores would you like to show in the highest score list? So could possibly 10. Okay, how many scores would you like? But then you can increase this. Yeah, who's on the list? Maybe you want to show all of those who have attempted. How many would you like to? So I would like to have all of these players, because I want to specify this game to my class first. I will launch and ask my students to play first, for example. So that's why I want to show it all. So you can increase how many scores would you like to maybe in my class there are 15 students, total of 15 students, and I want everyone to appear in the score. So I write there 15. Okay, so in order for you to view the score, so it requires how many players to play first. So I write here 5, only then it will appear after 5. Yeah. Okay, so done with the setting for the high score. So let's move to publish. All right. So there are 3 boxes here that you need to read and agree or disagree on. Yeah. So the first one would be allow others to copy and redistribute the game. So maybe for the first time you published, or at the beginning of the game, maybe you want to disallow this. So it means that you just want to focus on your classroom, because if there are other players in the list, could possibly it's hard for you to identify your students. So maybe you can just ignore this first, allow the others to copy and distribute the game. Maybe and you want to untick this box, because you think that it's not because we are focusing on small kids, right? So it's hard for them to have their own account to play Gamilab. So you can also untick this box, and maybe you can just show on the marketplace, so that they can view. It appears in marketplace, but then it requires you to ask for permission in order for them to view or to use your game. Yeah, but then even if you have published later, you can still untick or tick the boxes. Okay, don't worry about it. So we can publish. Okay, and after you publish, only then you can view the code in 7 in the sidebar here, number 7, to play codes. So you can see here, you can always generate new play codes. So it means that for one play code, could possibly you want to share for one class. So for every or other classes, you want to use other different codes, so you can generate new play code. All right. So what's the how to get the codes? Here there are 3 ways. All right. Of course, the first one is I think four ways. Yeah. So the first one is you can just share the code. All right. So you can just share the code. So if let's say you just share the code here, um you need to copy the code, and they will have to paste it in the code later. So I'm going to show you on pasting here, but then the easiest would be to copy the URL So if you copy the URL and you can paste it in your WhatsApp group or in your Telegram, you can share it in any mediums. If let's say if you use even um, uh, maybe SMS, for specific to parents, for example, you can share copy and paste to the link to the platform that you use. Secondly, maybe you can send email. So if you want to make it specific, especially to parents, for example, if you have kept some email addresses, so you can try to send using the email. So it leads you directly to your email. All right. If you don't think that you want to use email or sign it by email, you can choose to have Google Classroom, but it requires you to allow and to be connected to of course, your Google Classroom first. So in this case, um, even I use different email for my Gamilab, but then when it comes to sharing to classroom, I use another email that is related to other email. But still, Gamilab allows that to happen. So there are a list of classes. If you already have classes in your Keep, so they will appear here. Okay, and it requires you to go step by step. In this case, I have already allow and agreed to the terms and conditions, so it already saved. Yeah, so what I need to do is I just have to share. Okay, so let's see, I use Apple class here. I choose Apple class, and the actions, you can choose the actions from the list here. You can create assignment, or if you want to ask question, or you make an announcement, or create materials. Yeah, so you can use all of this. You can choose which one that you want to medium that you want to distribute the link to the students. Yeah, okay. So as I promised just now, I want to show you, if let's say you just distribute the code, so how are you going to share the code and where exactly the code should be pasted. So here you might want to give them the students or the parents the code. So what you need to do, okay, let's see. um, you have to ask the parents to go to Gamilab, and once they get to Gamilab, yeah, once they lead to the homepage, so what they need to do is they need to click the play here. All right, play. And this is where you can, I mean, the parents, the players can insert the code, so you can paste and you can click play. All right, so the game will appear here, and you can try it out. Yeah, you can the player can start can start playing. So I think that's all when it comes to sharing. So hopefully this helped. Thank you very much.